Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another One Up Entertainment podcast. My name's Corey, the Skull Kid.
Hey,
What's good?
how's it going, guys? My name's Rob, also Prime Hylian. How y'all doing today?
Hey, what's up, Fit Fam? It's me, your boy. I'm here with Pokemon. Let's go. Today we're gonna do some shiny hunting. We're hunting for the shinies.
Ooh,
What's this? Is it a shiny Pokemon?
Who knows?
Maybe.
okay.
Hey, guys.
They've installed they've added a feature where you never see shinies if you aren't unable to catch them, like logistically, like if they're too high level or something. Which
That's
is pretty
good.
cool.
That's very good. What's
Yeah.
not good is you can't see them on the overworld, which is weird because you could in
That's really
Let's Go.
You
Yeah, that's
can't
really
see them at all?
Hey guys, how's it going? We're gonna be talking about Pokemon a lot this podcast. How we're doing? We also got Jace here, our manager, and
Gotta love Jace.
it's gonna be a good time.
I love Jace.
It's gonna be
You don't
interesting. How you boys doing?
I'm doing
I'm-
fine, but I'm more interested in Rob's epic D&D adventure.
Oh,
shit!
right.
I saw that on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've been,
bro.
I've been excited to ask him about that.
Hell yeah. Right. So basically, Friday, Saturday, me and my friend works at one of the Accor hotel branches, like brands, right?
Okay.
The biggest hotel chain in the world, and he gets a lot of benefits being an employee there.
Mhm.
Like, for example, free hotel room and breakfast and stuff once a year. So for like a little bit extra, we got 3 rooms. I paid like $47 for a room and like full breakfast buffet. And basically, we used a free business conference room that usually costs like $400 to rent, or $1,000 to rent, or something like that, for 2 days. And we just played Dungeons and Dragons, and then like had lunch in like the fancy restaurant, breakfast in there, and dinner in there, and everything was half price, like 50% off everything, all food in there, like coffees, like prime steak and everything,
Prime steak.
bro.
A prime
Like,
steak for
sirloin
a prime
steak?
Hylian.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
So, yeah.
steak in D&D.
Let's
Sounds
go.
like a fucking party,
That
dude.
was,
Living like a
this
king.
is the second time I've done something like this, actually. It was just the first time we did it overnight. So we had 3 hotel rooms. It was pretty fucking surreal. So we played 3 different campaigns. Our main one, Curse of Strahd, for a little bit, like half the first day, and another one we're just starting up. It was a great time, and I was very tired by the end because I was running most of it. But in the
Yeah.
photos that I post on Twitter, for people listening, you can see that I'm using 2 Dungeon Master screens because of how much space there is on the damn
Yeah.
table.
Oh my gosh.
And I had 6 power outlets next to me and stuff like that, projector and giant whiteboard. It was great. It was a fantastic time, I will say. It was
Dude, it
so
sounds
good.
it. It sounds like
Yeah.
a good fucking time.
Dude.
Oh,
Why
and I
didn't you
tell
invite me?
people. I did. You just blocked me.
I ghosted him. I
Yeah,
ghosted
you
him.
fucking bitch, you did.
Yeah. I just wanted him to say it out loud.
I know I
Fuck
always
you.
say it, but we need to get like a D&D session going, the 3 of us. No, the 4 of us, Jace as well. We gotta make it happen.
One ooh and woo. I was trying to do like one D&D or something, like to make it sound like.
Oh
one
yeah,
up,
I
and
see what you're going
It
for.
didn't work,
I see
so
what you're going for. Nice try. Nice try.
Nice.
I tried. I hit him with the ooh woo. My bad.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Those have died down a lot, actually.
They
If you can-
have. I remember they were
haven't
like the
seen them.
biggest thing ever at one point.
What ooh?
How Titans fall.
We
Oohs and
talk-
oh-ohs.
He's talking about.
How Titans fall.
fuck?
Snoop, what have you been up to as I stall for myself? How have you been, buddy?
I have just been doing the normal stuff, but
Good
last week I went to see the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra.
Ooh.
Oh
It was
shit!
great.
That's
It
was-
it was
one of
good.
the best nights of my life. It was fucking incredible. Like I didn't realize, but the composer of the Kingdom Hearts soundtracks, Yoko Shimomura, was actually there, and
Oh, wow.
she
Oh, wow.
she
That's
performed, and I
amazing. Oh,
lost my shit.
Did you cry? Be honest. It's okay if you did.
if you didn't
Dude.
cry, I would be very disappointed.
I don't blame you. If
It,
you
it was
did.
about
That's a
3 hours
magical
long.
moment.
It was about 3 hours long.
3
Do you
hours.
wanna know-
long,
Do you want to know how long it took me?
How long?
2
First
minutes.
song.
Yeah,
Third song.
First
Yeah,
song.
I'm not
Okay,
surprised.
they opened with Dearly Beloved. How dare you open?
Oh
with
my
Dearly Beloved?
god, you can't
you
do that.
know, you know what it's gonna do to me.
Well, it's like a Kingdom Hearts game if you think about it. It's like the title
No.
screen. It's
I
the
know,
opening.
but I was like, man, I thought they would save that to like, don't hit me with the like, don't make me cry right out the
Don't
bat.
hit me with
this,
the
boys.
feels. Dearly Beloved
They fucking did
is
it.
such an amazing song. I just want to say. Even
Oh, it's
before I
incredible.
got heavy into Kingdom Hearts, if you haven't played the series, go listen to that song or any Kingdom Hearts song. The music's amazing.
It's God, it like.
That's
It
so
made me
cool.
just love Kingdom Hearts even more. It's
You fucking idiot.
Just watching
Say
some
that here, not on
Scooby
fucking
Doo.
public chat.
Okay, yeah. It'll continue. It'll continue from the archive. So let's just address this in a funny way. Hey guys, the stream crashed, but it should
we
just
got
be
cancelled.
Yeah, we
Our
got
bad.
canceled. We got canceled.
We got cancelled on social media.
Yeah, we're sorry
Sorry.
about that. But
My
Machinima
fault,
decided they didn't want to
sending those
post
dick
us anymore.
pics.
yeah,
YouTube's like, no, these guys, get them out of here.
get him out
Fucking
of here.
copper
Yeah,
gods.
exactly. That's what it was, guys. We were
We
making
got released from our contract with Machinima.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mission. Fuck's sake.
That's the best thing that could happen to us. Like, and we're not even with Machinima. Bloody
Oh,
hell! I
man.
think they went under, didn't they?
Yeah,
did.
they ended up dying.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Just like our stream, kind of. But
I mean,
Uh,
people losing their jobs always sucks, but like,
yeah, it does.
I think that
Yeah.
that company was well overdue to go under. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about live video game music. I
yeah.
I can understand. I
Fucking go
really
see it. It's so good.
Yeah, I saw Symphony of the Goddesses like
Oh,
a few like 2 years last
Mm.
year or 2 years ago or something like that.
Mm.
Phenomenal, and I remember it fondly. Like
Yeah.
just like that. I cried 3 or 4 times at least.
Yeah, it's hard not to, man.
it's
You get
so-
you get so swept
Dude,
up.
that
in it.
emotion you feel and like
Yeah.
it's just boosted when it's
Yeah.
you cannot describe how incredible seeing music
Mm.
live is. That's the draw of it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
I want to go to one now, guys. This sounds
Do
so
it, dude.
cool.
Good.
Do
Do it.
it.
You won't. Do it.
do you want pussy?
Imagine like imagine like a Kirby one. How weird that would be, or something like a Kirby orchestrated.
I want to see. I think they do. They might do a Mario one.
That would be cool. Mario.
Because Mario has pretty fantastic music. I
Yeah,
will say, like,
you're
They
correct.
that probably is a Mario one.
You're correct.
like imagine hearing the Galaxy music live. Honestly, just think about that.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Think about and Odyssey, like the Cascade Kingdoms theme and stuff like that.
Ooh,
Oh,
man, that'd be.
I'm getting chills just thinking about that.
Oh man, live.
All right,
concerts
now
are
Corey, what about you, buddy? What you been up to?
You can't
Throwing
say
under.
sleeping. You can't say sleeping. my dude.
Not much. Playing a little bit of Pokemon here or there. I've been like watching a lot of stuff. My voice cracked so bad there, but I've been watching a lot of stuff outside of YouTube just because I've kind of learned that like it's easy to get kind of addicted to just watching YouTube videos all the time as opposed to watching like real entertainment, you know what I mean, with like a narrative and stuff. So I've been like taking a break from watching YouTube
Fucking.
videos and watching
Yeah.
like movies and shows, and it's been nice.
Great idea.
So
Great idea.
which is what normal people do probably, but it's really
Yeah.
nice.
No, a lot of people I talk to say, yeah, I just watch YouTube videos at the moment now. So it is the main source of a lot of people's entertainment now, which is the thing.
yeah. But it's
Which
like
is pretty
because there's
crazy.
a video for like any topic you want, you can kind of get like tricked into thinking like, oh, I'm watching what I want, but in reality you're watching videos of other people talking about what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm realizing.
Not all
But
the
yeah,
time.
not all the
That's
time, yes.
There's a subgenre on YouTube, but there's also like every now and then my recommended just becomes full of Simpsons clips, and you know I'm watching every single one of
Yeah.
them.
You can't go wrong
Except
with that.
except like post season 18, but all the
Mhm.
classics. So like usually it's quite interesting because we do choose what we watch, but it is a different form of channel surfing. We just do it in our recommendeds and click, oh, this is cool, even if we don't really care about the video. You just
Yeah.
click it. It is sort of like channel surfing, except we can choose when it starts and
Yeah.
what we watch. Yeah.
Mhm. Sometimes I think like the selection can overwhelm you a little too. Like, cause there's so
Absolutely.
many times
Yeah.
where like I'll be there trying to find something and I realize it's been 30 minutes of me looking.
That's my
because-
Netflix problem as well. Like when you're just on there and you just see like a giant list of just everything, you're just like, what? I don't even know.
Too much
what
choice,
one-
too much. I'm gonna watch the same movie again.
Exactly. Oh, also one thing I guess is relevant to this, Disney Plus, very happy with it. As everyone is, but one thing I really like about Disney Plus is instead of updating the show so you can just binge watch it. They give you a new episode every week, so it gives you something to like look forward to. Every Friday there's new episodes updated, which I really like. Just wanted to toss that out there.
Like
My
TV.
friends are going crazy about the Mandalorian and stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. I think so.
I might pick it up. At least,
Oh,
maybe
I totally would if it was out
Two-
here, but no, April.
Wait, oh, is it delayed for you? That's weird.
It's not delayed. It's just it like it's not even like a delay. It's not like, oh yeah, it's coming out worldwide. It was just no, the UK gets it in April. It's like,
See,
what the fuck?
I don't
It's
like
weird.
that. That's
we already have it
lame.
over here. It's always because of like legal streaming issues.
But
or
it's
something
it's
that-
it's so weird with like you would have thought they would at least have a reduced one that has like the exclusive shows like
yeah,
the
like a
Mandalorian
light
on.
or something.
know.
There's a reason the Mandalorian is now the most pirated show of all time
Yeah,
yeah.
because they've only released like Disney Plus in like 3 countries.
exactly. That's
It's
like
Star
not
Wars.
cool
People wanna
to.
see
That's a
I don't really
lot-
like
that's a
that
missed
too.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Disney Plus is so big too, and you're kind of like everybody else is gonna just have to sit there and hear about everyone else talking about it. That's just not cool. That's not nice.
Do you know how many Baby Yoda pictures I've seen?
Oh God, you know what my roommate
That's
said,
not
and I
even-
think he's
it's
right.
fucking-
He made a good point. Obviously, Baby Yoda's important. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but I think they made him just to sell Baby Yoda merch during the holidays.
Of course they did.
No,
And
that's
he-
the same reason they made
that-
Porgs and Ewoks.
My
Yeah,
roommate
it's-
came up
they
with
just
that.
look
I don't
Sell
want to take
toys.
responsibility.
That's half the reason
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi exists.
That's the reason why
Exactly.
Rick
Movie
and
is a
Morty's doing so
commercial.
fucking well.
Absolutely.
It's all just for the
Absolutely.
merch, bro.
For that money. For that
Gotta
money.
get
It
that
wasn't always this
moolah.
way, though. People didn't think merch would sell for Star Wars back in like first 2 films.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Judge and one company had exclusive merchandising rights, like under George.
Feels
They
good to
get-
be
Yeah,
that
yeah.
man.
I watched a documentary on it recently on the first
It's
3 films. It's
fascinating, yeah.
fascinating. It's actually like I put it on for like background noise, and I ended up loving it. Really good documentary.
Mhm.
Really good.
Nice. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking that's too many streaming services at the moment though. Like, I don't know fucking what. There's too many. And they all say,
Yeah.
oh, for just $8 or $12 a month,
Yeah,
you can
adds
watch
up,
a
man.
couple of the shows you want
Yeah.
to watch, like a proportion of them.
Mm.
So I'm not sure. I'm currently passing Disney Plus, but I might try it out as a trial.
I'm honestly passing on it. My sister, when it comes over here, she's the kind of person who would probably get it. So if she
Mhm.
does, I'll just steal
Just,
it.
just,
So-
just
So you know,
catch off her. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's really. I find it even harder to watch movies now than it used to be. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely speaking. Like, I mean, it's easier, but it's more. I have to invest more. You know, like I can't just go down to. I can't. I sound like an old man saying this, but like, to find a film, I have to like look up what services it's on, and like, some of them I won't have. Whatever. Like, for example, John Wick 1 and 2 I'll watch on Netflix. Then the third one, for some fucking reason, isn't on Netflix, even though there's a John Wick show coming to Netflix, and I'm like, oh, it's only on Amazon Prime and YouTube. I can rent it on YouTube for like fucking $6.
mm.
Why is it not on fucking Netflix or whatever? So it's like, I feel like the financial cost has gone up while the logistical
100%.
cost, the time cost has gone down significantly.
Yeah.
And like
I'd
they
still-
never stay on the services either. It's like
Yeah.
there's only a limited
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the thing.
right
That's the
holding.
thing.
So that's why I still like, even though people say I'm crazy for doing it, I still buy Blu-rays all the time.
No, I
If
feel
it's
that.
something
I buy
really
Blu-rays
like,
too.
Like, yeah, I wanna have it. I want to be able to watch it whenever I want.
You want to own it.
course.
You want
Yeah,
to own
there's,
it. Like you got with streaming, you're borrowing this library of things that
yeah,
can be changed at any time. So kind of like
That
putting
is-
all your
yeah,
eggs into that
absolutely.
basket is a little foolish.
And that's
Yeah.
the way the most media industries are going, whether it's
Yeah.
music, film, and games. Like that, there's a reason I have Blade Runner and a few other films on Blu-ray, despite not even owning a Blu-ray player. It's just I want to have a physical like embodiment of this thing that I'm very passionate about, you know. And that's the
Yeah.
reason I usually buy a physical copy of a game, because you know it's yeah.
It's freaking epic, is what you're trying to say, bro.
Damn right, it's really not epic. Well,
No, it's
buying
not.
copies is epic. This whole shebang is not epic. So there's too many streaming platforms.
Yes.
and
I
it
will
isn't-
say there's a lot of crappy ones. Definitely. I do think Netflix and Disney are all right, but it's getting overwhelming with how many just like little crappy ones there are. There's too many.
Netflix in the UK is low-key terrible.
Is it?
Like, yeah. In fact, honestly, I would say all of
Honestly,
like
yeah, Netflix
I'm
isn't-
yet to
now
encounter
that I
a
think
good
about
streaming
it-
service in this country.
Now
Yeah,
that I think about it,
same.
Netflix isn't even that amazing.
Netflix is extremely underwhelming. At least
Yeah.
over here, they,
I mean,
they
when,
lack
like-
a lot of films.
Back when I used like a VPN, so I like had American Netflix, I was like, oh, okay, I see why people are obsessed with this. But
yeah.
when you don't do that, it's just like, man, the UK selection for Amazon Prime, Netflix, it's just bad.
That makes
It's
me
just
sad.
not
I
good.
feel bad.
If over here, it's
Yeah.
awful. It's
Yeah.
absolutely awful. But speaking of film and such, Pat, you just saw Frozen 2, didn't you?
What? No.
You
That was me.
did.
Oh, that was
Jeez.
That's so
Jeez,
funny.
boys.
Can we talk to Jace about Frozen 2 for a moment?
How was Frozen 2, Jay?
Jace! Jace!
Just
How
got
is-
fucking goof.
How is Frozen? How is Frozen 2?
I'm glad Corey thought that was as funny as I was.
Goodness me.
I'm sitting here with a sugar cookie right now,
Sorry.
and so
Alright.
I was like stuffing my face trying to swallow me, like, oh wait, hold on, no, that was me.
It's just like the
I
way
got
he
so like
subtly
I
said
had like a
it.
mini panic. I was just like, wait, what?
I got confused.
Is this
No, it's
Is this
okay.
a
It's
fucking
okay.
bit?
Honestly, when Rob said it at first, I went in my head. I was like, "Yeah, Snoop. How was it?" I think it's because Snoop's such a Disney fan that it was like by association. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. of course.
I
Just got
thought it was pretty decent. I kind of want to go see it again. Jesus, Jer. Cause I'm still trying to figure out what I think of the plot because I feel like the whole story of it all was rather cliche and nothing special. But I like all the characters and the soundtrack was fantastic because it's a Disney movie, so of course it's gonna be fantastic. And so even though I don't think it was the most amazing thing, I thoroughly enjoyed it and I was very well entertained throughout it.
Was it
Olaf.
edgier?
It was. There was a lot of there was like a lot of pondering your own mortality. That's
Oh,
like,
okay. So
mortality in the
standard
movie.
Much
Disney
enough.
stuff.
Standard
Yeah.
Disney.
like literally, there's like one of the first scenes in the movie. Olaf is like talking to Anna, and he's like, "You ever wonder about how like things aren't always there?"
Yeah, I think I've
Fucking
seen
hell. All right, Snowman.
And also, he was there throughout the entirety of the movie, which usually sounds like a bad thing, but they actually made him funny this movie. So I really hated him for the first movie, but I came away from this one laughing pretty hard at some of the stuff he said. So I would recommend seeing it, just because I think it's good. I think it's a fun watch, but I don't think it's anything amazing.
I honestly really didn't enjoy the first one. Like I did not like it at all. So I'm probably passing on this one. I can't be bothered with it.
I
Well,
feel
you don't live in anywhere near a theater as well, Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sure as hell ain't driving out for it.
Though, I'm really happy because Disney proved me wrong on a thing. Because when they started launching the actual trailers for it, they started marketing it, and they were like, Frozen 2 featuring the song Into the Unknown. And the problem with that is I was like, okay, they are going to fuck themselves over with this. Because
They released the soundtrack before the movie was released, if I
They
do remember
did.
correctly.
They did.
Which is very strange.
That's a dumb decision.
But they started marketing it as with this song, and I'm like, okay, so what you're saying is this movie's Let It Go, this song Into the Unknown, and they
You
like
can't
really
phrase it.
started pushing it, and so it started becoming this thing of like, you're gonna hype everybody up, and they're all going to expect like a Let It Go level song, and then it's probably not gonna be that, and everybody's gonna be disappointed.
Well, it never will be though. Like you can
Right.
never recreate stuff like that. It's
Yes,
impossible.
you can't, and they always try to. They'll have like a success like that, and they want it again, and it's like
They want to replicate, yeah.
exactly. It was
That's-
natural the first time. It was like
That was very natural. the first
yeah,
time.
it just went
Uh,
viral. Like
That being said, I don't think it is going to have nearly the same amount of impact, but
Oh, yeah.
Into the Unknown is actually a good song, and I do think it was the standout best song in the movie, in my personal opinion. There's also a hilarious bit where the blonde guy like sings a love ballad and they purposely make it like a cheesy 80s music video with like different shots of him like singing and close-ups on his face and whatnot. It's the funniest fucking thing. So no, I would say give that a watch because it was pretty funny.
Nice.
Yeah,
Speaking of Disney,
very entertaining movie, but I don't know, still like a 6, 7 out of 10. I don't think it was anything.
Dang.
Ooh.
Very enjoyable.
Dang.
Damn.
Wow, that's a yikes.
It's
Six.
no,
Ouch.
that's above average.
Above average, but like 100, 200.
It's
million
above
dollar
average,
budget.
but
Like, it still
doesn't
hurts.
count anymore. If it's not an 8, then it's just bad.
That is the era we live in, unfortunately.
It
Are you
is.
serious? Okay, then I don't think it was mind blowing, but
So
I
it's a
think it
4
was
out
a
of 10.
Decent movie.
3.
Yes.
Let's not get into this.
Let's yeah.
Give it a 1 out of 10?
Can't
So,
believe you did
regarding-
that, Jay.
Rating systems are
Gosh.
stupid. I'm going back into my silent hole.
Enjoy
you,
your
Jason.
sugar cookies.
Bye.
I will. Just
Bye.
holler at Pat if you need anything from me.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
that was the weather section with Jace.
Ooh. He's,
Ooh, thank you.
He's a good guy. But
Weather system, it's cold and frozen. Look at that. So I just regarding Disney, Pixar have a couple of movies coming out next year. I think one of them they've just released like trailers for it, which is called
Soul?
Yeah, Soul, which is about a jazz teacher and such, which intrigues
Oh,
me.
that movie looks great.
Oh fucking hell, Jay. Yeah, look, I'm quite interested, but like, yeah, we'll see. And there's also the other one with which is called Onward with Tom Holland and Chris Pratt and such.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that one, like, I'm interested in Soul. The other one with Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, I think looks not great.
I'm interested in Soul the most, but
Yeah.
it like it's hard to describe because they've only released so much about
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to just come and say, oh yeah, it looks outright bad, because it's like, man, I don't know. They just,
You can't say that before movies
yeah,
come out.
like I need to see more. I can somewhat judge it by the advertising, but not enough from one trailer. Because there's been films with bad trailers.
What I do like is that for the past few years, it seems Pixar's been very content releasing solo individual films. Like they released Toy Story 4 this year, sure, but next year they have 2 huge blockbuster solo like, new IPs, which is pretty.
Yeah. Which is
which
good
are
because I'm sick of seeing sequels to all these Pixar
Yeah,
films.
exactly,
Like what
that-
we got Incredibles, then we got another Toy Story, we had another Cars before that.
Hey, hey,
That was like 3 in a
hey,
row. that were
be
all
careful
sequels.
there, buddy. I like the except for Cars. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, don't get me wrong.
No,
I
no,
like,
I
I
know,
like these
I'm just
films.
playing
Don't
with
get me
you.
wrong.
I
I'm just
know.
saying like
No,
they
you're
have
making
all
a
been
great
sequels.
point. You're making a
Whereas,
great
like,
point.
I
I'm
much prefer
teasing.
just them moving on to like they're making it Inside Out 2, and I'm like,
Yes.
why?
No. Let's get some more original concepts and some fresh.
Right,
I
but
feel
that is
you.
what they are doing. That is
Yeah.
literally what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm saying it's good. I'm
He's
saying
happy.
I'm
He's
glad
saying
that
he's
it's
happy
I'm
for
very-
it. Just I was joking
Yeah.
when I attacked you. I was just kidding.
It's just like I'm not a fan of how either of these new ones look. I think they look terrible. You know, no. I think one of them looks iffy. The other one I think looks interesting.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
Looking
I'll
at
have to wait.
Soul looks cool. I haven't seen any trailers for this stuff. I feel like out of touch, but Soul looks really like cute.
It's like I'm not sure how close the jazz will be to like. I mean, you don't go into the film like this looking for accuracy.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
so
either going to go all the way in, or it's not going to have any at all. I don't think
The
there's going to be any in
concept
between.
for it is really
This-
cool. The premise for Soul is really cool. Just saying.
Yeah, the trailer was like a sort of jazzy, more poppy song. When I was listening to it, I'm like, oh, this is okay. I was still gonna be sold on the premise, but like what I like about Pixar is that they every couple of years they're able to come up with something totally new and a completely new vision and just roll with that and release that. Like for example, like
Yeah,
Ratatouille, and then the next year they'll release Wall-E, and then the next year they'll release Up. These films couldn't be more different in terms of concept, and
Yeah.
they've got 2 of these kind of films next year. So currently, that looks pretty cool. Very happy with that.
yeah.
Yeah. So moving away from movies, I think we've already beaten around the bush. Let's talk about some Pokemon.
All right, guys,
Pokemon-
Pokemon fucking sucks.
Bro.
No,
Okay,
okay, I
let's
like it.
reference
I'm
this
enjoying it a
all.
lot.
Let me say real quick. I think we'll all agree. Pokemon Sword and Shield has plenty of things that you could praise it for. But unfortunately, I don't care how much you like the game, okay? I don't care. The flaws this time, they outweigh the positives. It's just, you can't
Yeah.
really fight
I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
Exactly. People who are like, it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10, they need to chill. They need to sit down.
Oh, I've
But,
seen
like,
people go like, oh, it's 3 out of 10.
It's a
like,
3 out of 10. It's like,
yeah.
calm down.
Actually, like ratings are so
it's fun.
personal. They don't.
Like,
Yes.
it is a fun game.
to be
It's a
completely
fun
honest.
game. It's a fun game.
But it's
Um,
also so lazy.
Okay,
Oh
like,
my god, it's so lazy.
as everybody knows, you know, like Game Freaks had the excuse with them being on handheld only for the longest time. We all know this. This transition into going on to a home console was pathetic. I will say
It is.
There-
It is outright
pathetic.
pathetic.
It is pathetic in terms of an evolution of a series or a transition. This game was definitely rushed. This game was definitely given like a year development cycle. And there's a lot of things that were even advertised within the game that don't fucking work. Sorry, I'm really mad about this, but
Yeah, like it's very disappointing considering the resources at the disposal of Game Freak
Yeah.
that they are so
you know, the most
uninspired and are making
successful-
very
money.
amateur mistakes. It seems, yeah.
It's fucking
Like,
Gotta
as
get
you
that
said
cast
earlier,
dog.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Pat, it's you've seen indie games with higher production value than these.
yeah.
And there's Temtem, an online MMO Pokemon-like game that looks infinitely better, and it's made by like a crew of only like a handful of people, like less than 10 people.
Yeah, and here's the thing: in today's age, like we are not video game developers. We need to just stress that. But we know we play games. We have that.
We're gamers, okay?
Anyway, as I was like, point I'm making is, in this day and age, there are a lot of ways you can make games fantastic, different engines and like technology that exists at the moment. Because currently, it seems that the texturing and such that Sword and Shield have used are very, like, they shouldn't be having these issues. You know, with a main title Switch game, there should be better
Dude,
systems
it's
in place.
lazy.
Yeah.
It's lazy.
I think
they use the
there's a
3DS
lot of
engine.
people on that team who are not too sure how to optimize stuff as well.
Mhm.
Because
Is it? Yeah,
that is
You continue.
so you know how like there's if you're in a battle with so you've got a Pikachu and the enemy's got a Pikachu, so there's 2 Pikachus on the screen.
Double the
You would have
cuteness.
thought they would use the same model and duplicate it, because that's what games do.
Yeah.
They just they retexture it if it's like a shiny or something.
Mhm.
Yep.
No, they're 2 separate models. They have a separate model for each. So they have like each Pokemon has like, I think it was like 8 models instead of just different textures to be applied to one model.
Oh, interesting. So like,
And it takes up
your
a
trainer will
lot
have a
of
different.
space.
Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
weird.
Is it-
It's like there
wonder
might
why
be a
they do
reason
that.
behind it that I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
we're not game developers, but that is weird.
But
I will
there
admit,
is,
yeah.
like,
very strange.
From the things I've seen, there's no reason for that. It just takes up
Yeah,
space.
That is
like
odd.
for like high poly count models, they take up space. So duplicating it like 8 times onto a cart, you don't want that. Just fucking project the texture onto one. That's all you need. It's
Yeah.
it's like it's
That is
really
odd.
weird.
That is
That
I
is
odd.
don't
very
like
odd.
that really like that one thing really makes me feel like, oh, this was a placeholder while they were working that out, and they just didn't have the time to finish. I'm fairly sure this was like a rush job.
Yeah,
Like it
well,
feels.
Oh, it was
My-
absolutely rushed. Yeah.
I think like that's the overall issue like with Sword and Shield is it kind of feels like like first of all, I don't even really think the issue comes down to Game Freak. I think it's the Pokemon company who is the one who's making a majority of these decisions regarding Pokemon. Like Game Freak just makes
It's
the
hard to
game.
say, man.
We really have no
It's like,
idea.
yeah.
We could really
That
do not
like
know
we could
anything.
say, oh, it's Nintendo, oh, it's Game Freak, oh, it's Pokemon.
Oh no, I'm
Company.
just saying that I
Ultimately, we've
think
got
it's
no
game.
fucking clue.
I was just saying I think it's Pokemon Company, and because of
We
that,
have-
I think
yeah.
they're trying to get a yearly game out here, and I think that's mainly the issue. I think like there's probably about a year of development put into this game,
yeah.
and
Which
yeah.
is weird because Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu are much, much, much better. and they felt like the budget. Like when I
But,
saw them, I was
okay,
like,
They
these
felt
are
like they had a-
They're
Honestly,
better
but-
though because the gameplay's enjoyable. Like I don't think they're
Yeah.
actually better visually or anything like that from Sword and
I
Shield.
I,
It's
I
just
would
the
I would
catching.
disagree. I think visually, I think they I think the
They
style
do look a
that
little
they
prettier. They do look a little
did
prettier.
outside
But-
outside of the character models. I think the character models in Sword and Shield look really good.
Yeah,
I
I will
do like
say
that.
though, like the fixed camera sections in Sword and Shield, they feel very similar to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee for me. Like visually, the wild area section that looks like terrible, and Let's Go Eevee looks much better. But for me,
Yeah.
I think like what was so appealing about Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu was simply like the catching, the thing we all hated. Like that ended up making
Yeah.
it so much fun.
That was I adored it. That's why I did
Yeah.
all the shiny hunting in it. Just 'cause it's
Exactly.
so fun to catch the Pokemon. It's so good.
Right.
exactly. Just yeah,
And,
Sword and
yeah.
Shield, man, disappointed to the max.
With
Again, I
that
do
being
want to
said-
stress I do enjoy it.
Same.
I'm
Yeah,
really enjoying
that
it a
being
lot.
that being said,
But-
like flaws like this, it could still be a good game regardless of flaws and such.
Yeah.
which I would, from what I've seen from a lot of people, it seems to be quite the enjoyable game.
Mhm.
There's a lot of particular things people are enjoying a lot, like
Yeah.
certain characters, and you know, it's
Not Hop.
not.
Everyone
I
fucking hate that
don't
kid.
mind Hop.
Okay,
I
I
don't
will
mind it.
say,
alright.
like I'm not gonna spoil anything.
He's my mate.
I'm not gonna say anything. Hop, like I think Hop's written intentionally to be that way, guys. Like Hop isn't really your rival. Think about it.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely not your
He's
rival.
not
my
really your
mate.
rival.
He's my mate.
That's
We're
why I don't get when
mates.
people are like, he's such a little bitch rival. He isn't. He's set up to be your rival in the beginning. Let's be real. He isn't really your rival. That's all I'm gonna say.
Guys, who plays Pokemon games for the plot? Like,
I
what?
know, right?
Like, guys.
I will one more thing.
after Black and White.
Yeah, exactly right. I do want to say, for Pokemon Sword and Shield, I do like the wild area when you're playing the game on your own. I do think it's really fun to explore it and stuff. The
I
wild
love it. I really do
Yeah,
love it. It's
looking-
just a shame that it's the only one.
Yeah. Well, no.
That's
it's
the
like
biggest- it's
what do you
the
mean
only
though?
one,
How
isn't it?
far? How far are you?
Is there another wild zone?
But have you gotten across like the bridge yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like a good like 50% of the map, dude.
It's not that big.
It isn't. It could be bigger, but I just mean
no,
like
but
it's
I mean,
not
like,
that
it's like-
small.
It's pretty fucking small. Like
Okay,
if you
that's fair.
if you hop
That's
up on the
fair.
bike and you just start like cycling around, you can get from one end to another in about a
No,
minute.
but I don't think that's what I think what matters here though is like how they've implemented it. It actually feels like a part of that region and how you access it. And I kind of like that when you're in town, it's like the older games. It's more on rails to an extent, not on rails, but a fixed camera. But then you get into the wild area and it's this smaller portion of the map, but it's like completely open and there's a lot of different entrances and exits. I don't know, just my opinion on it. But I see your
I do
complaint.
enjoy it. I'm
wish
not
it
saying like
was
I don't
bigger.
like it. I'm just
wish
saying
it
I was
bigger.
really hoping that there was going to be like, because what I thought it was going to be was like each city would have like a wild area attached to it.
I mean,
So you'd
that would
have
be
like
cool.
one of them on each
That
one.
would be cooler.
And
I'd
I
be
was like,
happy with
oh, that's
that.
probably like the bare minimum, because that wouldn't be too. Because if you look at it like in terms of like a level design,
Mm-hmm.
the wild areas, and people are saying this leading up to it, like, oh, it's just a big empty. It is just a big empty fucking like field. Honestly, there's maybe like a little river or maybe a bridge like hanging overhead.
Right, but the main
but
point
ultimately,
isn't,
there's not.
Isn't to stop and shop through those areas. It's to like catch Pokemon.
Exactly. It's like you're traversing through those areas to get to the towns and stuff like that. Like
Might
I
be
see
maybe
your points.
lackluster. That's
Yeah.
what the town areas are for.
Exactly.
That's why they're so cramped and specifically designed. Open areas are meant to house just a whole lot of Pokemon, be a bit more vast. That being
And-
said, but it seems
And
to be-
you
that's
can
the
do
advantage
other
of the
things.
boring
There's
level
max
design,
raid
though.
battles. There's max raid battles. You can trade and you can battle other trainers. You can't do anything else. I'm grasping for straws right now, but it's
Yeah.
not.
I
it's
think
pretty
it's. I just wish there was like. I don't know. I wish the wild areas had more.
It
I
could've-
wish they
it
were
could've
more
been better.
interesting visually, because
Hey,
like
it could
they
have been
are
so
kind of
much
flat
better.
and just boring.
I don't think
uh,
that. I think you're criticizing it really. I feel you.
Well, no, okay, no,
I think it
if,
could
if
be
you if
better.
you look at it and it like if you look at like the whole zone, it's like there's no like.
Look, I understand
I know
why
you're
you
saying like it's
feel-
just a place to get from point A to point B, but like the way I'm looking at it is it's open for a reason. They want you to explore it, and there's even a sign in the game. If you go like up a ladder, it's like, oh, go into the wild zone and like explore every nook and cranny to find things. But the thing is, like every nook and cranny is just like, it's literally just like corners. just
But-
like in
okay,
between
okay,
other
but you
corners.
know, like
there's
each
no like
area is different
interesting-
though. Okay, first
Yeah,
of all,
there's-
first of all, I
There's
completely
snow,
understand.
There's sand, there's grass.
Hold up, dude.
It's like, wow, guys.
I understand your reasoning for thinking it's boring. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, I think they could have done better. I just do feel you're like in that same vein. You're not kind of praising it for the good that it does have. Is all I'm saying. So like,
Oh
hear
no,
me
no, no,
out.
because I'm
hear
not
me
talking
out,
about the good
hear
right now. I'm
me
talking
out.
about the bad.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
What?
I do think the wild area could have been a lot better, and I do think it's like a lazy bootleg little MMO, but I do think it adds a lot to the experience, and I think there are things to do in the wild area because there's different sections of the wild area that have different Pokemon that spawn. For example, there's the Pokemon Tower, which is where ghost Pokemon will spawn, plus the weather conditions changing which Pokemon will appear. So all I'm saying is if you go through
No, I'm
little
just talking about like the basic like
Let
okay,
me
so
finish what I'm
okay,
saying.
hold on.
Let
In
me
Breath of
finish
the
my
Wild,
point. Okay.
it's not just a flat field with like, okay, that's the snowy side.
I'm
that's-
not trying to
you've got, like,
fight you. I'm just
interesting
telling you
terrain.
why I like it, kind of too. I'm not even trying to fight you on this.
I know, I'm not trying to fight either. I'm just trying. I feel like I'm not getting my point across. That makes me sad.
I think everyone will agree with you. The wild area is like a 5 out of 10. It could have been so much better.
Exactly. It could have been so fucking good, but
Yeah.
it's just. It's bland. I still enjoy it. I fucking love
And
this game.
that's where I
felt
disagree
like
with you. I don't
I've been
think it's
playing
just
for
bland.
like 5 hours a day. I've been enjoying it, but like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Trust me, that's why I haven't been able to pick up the game for the past little while, dude. I was
It
looking
winds
forward
me
to
up.
streaming the wild. I wanted to meet up with viewers in the wild area, and I was gonna
But
do
you
a
can't do
fashion
that,
show.
yeah.
First week, dude, I was gonna do a
Fashion
fashion
show.
show, a
Hell
fashion
yeah.
show in the wild area. I can't do that, so don't think I'm not.
Fucking ripping.
I'm disappointed. I'm pissed about this. That's why I haven't streamed it. I haven't streamed Pokemon once since it came out because I don't know what to do. I'm like paralyzed with how disappointed I am in the game. So, like,
Man, I
Just,
still
yeah.
like it. I'm playing it for like
yeah,
5
that's what
hours
I'm
a day,
saying.
having a
Like, I
good time.
still like the game. Like, I still have a bit of fun
I
with
still
it.
like it. Just, you know, it fucking sucks though.
It is frustrating. It is frustrating. And I honestly think the criticism was enough this time that I do hope that in the future,
I really
Game
hope they
Freak
change something.
changes things around, like to avoid controversy this big. Like, I know
Well,
they
but
won.
that being-
Also,
said-
it's the best-selling, like,
Yeah,
it's
I was
what
just
the
about to
best-selling
say.
Pokemon game.
Best-selling
was that
Switch game
Or
as far
Switch
as the
game.
first release
Yeah.
window. Not the best-selling Switch game yet, but it sold 6 million in the first 3 days.
Which is fucking mental. So
Mental.
what
But,
that's
like-
telling them is, oh shit, we can release anything and they'll buy it.
Exactly, and there's the thing as well. This controversy, we don't know if it's actually that big because it's on. We're on
yeah,
Twitter.
that's a
and
good
it seems
point.
that
They
big,
see it on
but
like,
that's
Twitter.
an echo chamber. And the thing is, I don't think a lot of people. I mean, they might look at it and go, "Oh, that's a bit weird with its presentation," and then they'll just fucking buy it and maybe they won't-
Exactly. We
they won't get, like, up and
are
arms
in a
like
really
what it
weird
was.
position where like no, like the real world doesn't care. The real world doesn't think of like we're over analyzing this shit. The real world's like, oh, cool Pokemon.
yeah,
But
basically.
we're the fucking gamers here. We're the gamers. We rise up and we say, no, Game Freak.
Alright, that's enough.
Don't
of the
you
other
have that
ones.
tree texture? That's a bad
Oh,
tree.
you bastard!
That's a bad tree,
That's
Game
a bad
Freak.
tree, Game Freak.
You fucking boofed us, Game Freak, with that tree.
I don't think I've ever heard the term
Fucking
boofed
tree,
before.
dude.
The tree does look
Boofed
pretty
us
bad, to
with
be
the
honest.
tree. It is a bad tree.
It is
but
like
who
a bad
cares?
tree,
It's
and
a
they didn't
tree,
change
like,
it. I
come
think
on,
they
guys.
didn't change it on purpose to kind of be like.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where it's like, guys, there's so many other issues. Don't focus on the tree, guys. Pick your battles.
Yeah. Hey, so moving on from Pokemon, there is something coming up that I want to talk about, and we're kind of in the perfect time for this. Game Awards are coming up December
Yes.
16th, I believe, and our next podcast will be just after that.
Mhm.
So, hell yeah!
Let's talk about
um,
that. Are we
yeah,
gonna talk about
so-
the nominees?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the whole
deeply
damn
upset,
thing.
so
boys.
I'm just gonna quiet down until I hear a certain thing mentioned.
Okay,
Well, basically, I don't know.
it's
I
interesting.
just want to mention off the bat, I've been looking through the website while you guys have been having your couple therapy session, and
I was
all
go-
the
I was
want a
not
fucking
trying
divorce.
to fight with Snoop. I want to make this clear.
all right, settle down.
Being
It's just
abused.
it's in the best game for family section. About 4 out of the 5 nominees are Nintendo games, which is hilarious to me. I don't know, and they don't appear too much in the other categories. Yeah, so I'm always excited for the Game Awards. I think it's a great celebration of video games and such, which has a lot of backing. If you look at their sponsors and the actual judging panels, there are probably upwards of 100 companies and organizations that like, and big like ESPN, fucking gigantic companies that invest a lot into this show. I think it's a fantastic thing for the industry. They show trailers. This is a fantastic time of year. The only thing is it's a bit early into December because some games get left out, but like that is a short.
Yeah, I still actually think I think like an interesting like part of that is I've always been like, oh man, it's kind of unfair because like the games that just come out don't really get a shot. But then it actually happened this time because Death Stranding got nominated.
Yeah,
the first thing I thought was, but that's still fresh on everyone's mind. You should probably let it simmer for a few months.
That's well, here's
like,
the thing. That's the same for us, but we're not the judging panel. The judging panel
Exactly.
are like
Yeah.
a bit much more. I'm gonna say well educated.
But also, Jeff Knightley is in the game. So if it wins,
Hell
sus.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Plus, I understand you. I thought Jeff.
Oh, it's just a goof. I don't really care. Kingdom Hearts didn't get nominated for Game of the Year, so I'm fucking fuming. Awards are scams. It's all just a scam. Who fucking cares?
Of course.
It's all just to sell advertisement space for fucking Gillette Fusion fucking shading. Who cares? Why didn't Kingdom Hearts get nominated for fucking Game of the Year?
I knew he'd feel a little fussy.
And the Gillette shaving cream Game of the Year goes to Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Son of a bitch! That's not Kingdom Hearts.
I will say, Super Smash Brothers shouldn't be nominated in my opinion. I don't know why.
Game of the Year.
Was that Game of the Year?
Yeah, it's nominated for Game of the Year, and
How did Smash Brothers get
Yeah,
that?
see,
and
that's
Kingdom
what I
Hearts
mean.
3 didn't.
Okay, because
Smash Bros is a polished game.
Because Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't Game of the Year, Snoop. It's a great game.
It is.
It's
It's
not
so
Game
good.
of the Year. It's an
It's so good.
all right game. It's like an 8.5 out of 10. It's an amazing
God.
game.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Okay, Smash Bros came out like the end of last year, sure. But like, so it is technically in this year's category because of like the dating and stuff. But if you think about the content that game has, like all the characters they added to it, like they listen to the customers more than I think any other AAA developer with a big hype game has to like a relative extent. Like, remember that things just kept coming and coming and coming. So, yeah, I do think it's Game of the Year.
Yeah,
potential
well,
considering
I voted for it because I'm a waste man. But
fucking. And
there's
then you
just-
say,
there
Bloody
are
hell.
other games. Okay, my thing is, I feel like there were a few other games that could have taken its spot. That's the main reason why.
Yeah, like Kingdom
That-
Hearts 3.
Not Kingdom Hearts 3, but other games.
Okay,
but-
then Final Fantasy Shadowbringers.
Well, that was in a lot of categories, Pat. That is in a lot of categories.
It deserves it. It's fucking incredible. It
Honestly,
did.
though, Kingdom Hearts should have been up for something, though.
It is. It's up
I,
for best RPG and best
Okay,
soundtrack.
cool.
Which it bare minimum, it deserves best soundtrack. I will not stand down on that. Kingdom Hearts 3 has the best soundtrack in any game released.
It does have the
this
best
year.
soundtrack. It's a shame it just wasn't good enough to make it to that Game of the Year
Oh, shut
nomination.
the
though.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm going. I'm done. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. I'm done. I'm out.
I
I'm
love
gone.
you. I'm
Bye.
sorry.
Bye.
I'm trying to find the
Honestly,
The actual,
honestly
audio.
though, I genuinely thought he'd be really. He's memeing right now, which I respect him for.
I'm not
I thought he
fucking
was gonna be
memeing, dude,
pissed
I'm
about this.
fuming.
Like when I seen this, the first thing I said to my friends was like, one of my friends is a diehard Kingdom Hearts fan. He's gonna be pissed about this, and Snoop's like pretty chill about
Yo,
it.
I don't know about that, mate.
Look, I've had like a week or so of just deep.
Mate, all I'm
Deep
saying is I
rooted
voted.
deep.
All I'm saying is I voted for Devil May Cry for best music. But
Good.
'cause
Oh
that-
yeah, good man.
you could feel them fuming. I will
I know.
stand by that. And fucking Devil May Cry still got some of the best bops in the industry.
Yeah. I
But like,
agree.
here's the thing: it's this show. A lot of people who play games on the internet are the most pessimistic people I've ever met.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think yes, they have a lot of sponsors and stuff like that. And you may see some big corporate showing, and that's what it fucking is. Get over it. It's a good celebration of video.
Look, I did the Gillette meme earlier. That was literally just a king. I was just fucking goofing. I don't actually.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no. I
it's a
was.
good- it's a
obvious-
good
While
game.
you're
it's
freaking out,
obviously
I
gonna be a
good.
sponsored
I
event.
let
They've
them know
got to
you're
fucking be
goofing.
able to afford that.
Exactly.
Damn,
Yeah.
guys.
And they give indie games quite a bit of showing as well. They have quite a few categories just for indie games, just for VR games, so they're quite inclusive and stuff. I think the categories have gotten better in terms of like description, because for the most part, like games for impact. I'm not sure if that's a. Oh, games for impact is still a category.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it's still
What
very.
does that even mean?
So the description they give is a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Yeah.
Interpret
What?
that however you will. It's
What? Like what?
Like, in looking at the nominations, there's only one there that I'm like, I guess that kind of fits the bill, and that's Gris or Gris. Is it Gris or Gris? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know.
That's the only one where I'm like, that kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a weird award. Aside from that, though, I am happy with the nominations so far. Like for action game, I really hope Astral Chain wins because I love that game.
Astral
there's-
Chain doesn't deserve an award. Kingdom Hearts 3
Oh.
deserves an award.
Okay.
what I find funny is Jump Force was nominated for.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, best fighting game fucking Jump
fucked.
Force got in. Like, what?
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's
Well,
by
I think
default.
there's a lack of fighting
yeah, I
games
think
or-
that's by default. Them knowing it's not going to
Yeah.
be voted. And to be honest with you, Jump Force sold like crazy. Like a lot of people, despite us knowing Jump Force is a piece of shit game that is cashing in on anime. It's cashing in on anime IPs. It is very uninspired. Any normie ass anime fan, they love this game. Like I met a kid on the subway who was, I'm like, we talked about games because he's seen I had a copy of Luigi's Mansion when I was buying it, and this kid just starts going on about Jump Force, how amazing it is, and I'm like, dude, it's not. It's not a good game. It just has Goku in it, so you're happy.
Bro, it got Luffy though. It
Yeah.
got Luffy. I
That's
gotta
a
get
sick,
it for
they have-
Luffy.
dude, they have Yugi Moto. They have a sick
They got
lineup.
Yugi in it.
They got a good lineup. It's just like the actual combat is very uninspired.
Yeah.
It's like it is just tossing a bunch of anime characters into a game and being like fight. And
Stupid.
I
Games
did
are
that.
stupid.
I did
Games
that.
are fucking stupid.
Games are
Video
fucking
games are
stupid. I
stupid.
love them.
Games don't
we
deserve.
should, you know what we should do, guys?
awards.
We should do
They
our
aren't
own game
art yet.
awards. We should do our own.
We should. You know what we
You
should?
know what?
Guys, if
it on
you
Twitter.
don't say, let's do it. Game of the year, guys. Let's all say it together because we all have the same one. 3, 2, 1. Jump
Pokemon Sword and
Force!
Shield.
Mega Man 2.
Oh, we both were memeing, so good stuff.
Wow.
Oh,
Bro,
really fucked
imagine
me on that one.
I
Imagine
just
if,
wanted to hear.
oh, yo, was it Three Houses nominated for best strategy RPG?
Yes.
Okay, it
It
better
was-
fucking
it's on.
win that.
I think that one's actually against Kingdom Hearts.
Is it? Okay, well, is it RPG or strategy
Don't do it.
RPG?
Role playing
Don't-
game. Oh no, it's not in
I
role
think
playing game.
Is it not?
Why is
Okay,
it
then it'll
not
be
in role-
strategy then.
Don't
okay,
you
they,
think
they
it
won't
should be
be
in
they
a
won't
role
be.
playing game? And I guess it's not fully.
I
It's
don't
more
know.
strategy.
It's more a strategy.
There is some RPG aspects in there, but not
I mean,
enough. Not
like
enough.
RPG as a term is very
Yeah,
It's-
very
It's,
broad.
it's
term.
so broad. It's such a like.
you can consider Mario a role playing
I
game.
want
Yeah,
Three
every
Houses to
game
win
is.
an award, okay? I think Three Houses deserves it. Three Houses, like, shocked a lot of people this year, I feel.
Three Houses was great.
Yeah.
It's like if Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't come out this year, it would have been my game of the year.
Yeah, understood.
But Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, so
I will say, for the record, I
will-
did really enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3. I just didn't like the ending very much.
you're dead to me.
I'm sorry. I love you. I love you.
Fucking.
But I
I
love
can't take
I did
criticism
enjoy
for
the game,
anything I
though.
like.
You sound like me
Kingdom
in
Hearts
2018.
3 is my personality now. If you insult it, you insult me.
So up for.
I'm Twitter.com.
I want to ask you guys what your
Snoop
games of
unfollows.
the year are, regardless of the if they're nominated or not.
you're
Currently,
already
what's nominated is Control by 505 Games, Death Stranding, Resident Evil. Hang on, let me finish.
Let him breathe the nomination.
Sorry, really
I didn't realize you were reading. I thought you were gonna like talk about each one, so I was like, my bad.
Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, Smash Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. Fantastic game, by the way.
Yeah, Outer
Um,
Worlds is amazing.
My personal vote is Resident Evil 2.
I'd say Control. Control's the
Control
the
is
one
actually a
for me.
sleeper. Control's like sick. Like Control's actually
I
pretty
think Control is like the most interesting,
sick.
or one of the most interesting games I've played in a very long time, and I'm glad that it's getting recognition for it.
Mhm.
Also, Kingdom Hearts 3 probably fucking deserves a spot.
Like with the nomination, like the nominees here, probably the Outer Worlds or Ultimate. But like my true game of the year this year was Luigi's Mansion 3. just for
Nice.
me personally.
I think that was an
It's
This
a
family
yeah,
game?
family game, which Nintendo's got a clean sweep on, my boys. I'm happy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Was good. Let me
Well,
guess.
no,
Kingdom
no,
Hearts
I was
3
just-
should
I was
win.
just saying yes.
I'm kidding.
I mean,
I'm
but that being said,
I'm kidding.
Kingdom Hearts 3 has
No.
Disney. Why is that not in the family game? It's a 12 plus.
It
No
is
one
actually
wants
a
to
great
play
game to
game.
play with the family. Like, I feel the
I don't-
plot.
I
don't know
played
about
Kingdom
that.
Hearts 3 with
I
my
feel-
family,
dude,
and they
it's
loved it.
perfect to play with kids because the plot's super consumable for anyone under the age of 11. Like, they'll pick up on the plot really quickly and get into it.
No one truly understands the deep philosophical meanings of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
To
like
be
a
honest,
six-year-old,
Kino
a
is
six-year-old
fun,
would
dude.
love it. This,
Three.
It's Kino as fuck.
Oh, and it's the
I gotta
12th
stop.
of
I gotta
this
stop
game.
running around my room
Yeah.
shouting memes.
gotta stop drinking so much coffee, Snoop.
Bro.
Actually, don't. I love it. I love it. I love the energy.
I love the energy. It's so good.
Keeps us alive. Oh man.
Well-
man.
I
Is
believe
there anything else?
Oh no,
That's
that's all for me. I've had a good time.
Is there any
I've
other
had a-
award I want to meme on? No, I think we're good. This was a lot of fun. Sorry for being
Yeah.
late, guys. It was my fault. But yeah, as always. Hi.
Thanks for coming in, tuning in. We love you all. Be back next week with some more games.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.